Hello again YouTube, it's Jadley, and today I'm going to be showing you the tactics for the map Prokhorovka in World of Tanks. Okay, let's get stuck in. Let's start off with an easy one, artillery. Quite simply, RT can either position themselves over here in the K1 vicinity, or down in this area over here. On the opposite side, RT can also count in the A1, A2 region, and RT has been known to camp in this little vicinity, and over here too. Now, the benefits of the likes of camping in this particular pitch, in this particular region in artillery, is that you can shoot straight down there, quite simple, in the centre, and pretty much all general areas of the map. Same on this side. This side you are high up, so it's quite easily to artillery into town. Cover that side, even cover that side. This part here tends to be only where slow artilleries go, or people that don't feel confident of going over there because there isn't that many tanks. Purely because you've got a nice big comfy railroad track here, and you're also in a dip, so you've also got a bit of cover there, so if the enemy break through this line, you can sit in a little position here. And the exact same over here, you've got a nice little hill. This part isn't in a dip, but it is easy to drive over and run away. And also RT can camp there. But that part is too exposed, and that part is too exposed. Then the two best areas for artillery is here and here, depending on what side of the map you're going on. And you can cover all general areas. Okay, so let's have a look at tank destroyers. Okay, TDs. Same again as artillery, quite simple. We like to camp over in this general vicinity here. They normally position themselves around about the K2 to K3 region, purely because you've got a nice little road there which dips down, so you've got a bit of cover, so it covers your lower plate. Over here too, you've got a lot of bushes to hide behind, and the same again there. There's a little dip there, little mountains, not a mountain, like a little hill, which you can also camp there. So that side is amazingly good for tank destroyer to camp. On this side, it's exact same thing with as artillery, is that general vicinity. Now, the only reason why this area is good, because you're actually on higher ground. There's a lot of bushes, so if you're in a Bullsig or a high camo rating tank, D25 for instance, that's a really good place because you can cover that side, that entire road, the 1-2 line, and also snipe through the middle, and the exact same on that side. But that's really it for TDs. Now, there isn't really any other place you can go. Some TDs have been known to camp over there, but you're too exposed. Although there is a little indented hill here, but you're too exposed. I've even seen some TDs go into town, but that's just asking for trouble. The main area you want to go is the A1, A2, A3 region, and the K1, 2, 3 region, depending on what side you spawn on. Okay, so that was tank destroyers. Let's have a go at light tanks and what role you will play in map Prokhorovka. Okay, so light tanks. Now, there's two ways we can go about it. Let's get the line out. I'm using pink, by the way, to do this, so bear with me. Okay, so with lights, quite simple job. Depending on what side you spawn on, of course. That's a circle, James. You want a line. Well, lights, say if you spawn on the north side, we'll go down the middle and basically scout that general area, driving up and down, wiggling around a bit, because if you keep going the same pattern, then if they have artillery, they will aim in on that position. If they're smart artillery, they'll aim in where you've last driven and wait for you to be spotted. On this side, exact same again. You want to stay behind the house. If you go past the house, that means the likes of the TDs, heavy tanks moving across, or any sort of general tanks in that area, or enemy light tanks will be able to shoot you. This part over here, let's label it red, is dead man zone. Now, you do not want to go, I don't know why I'm going with that line there, that was a bit weird. This part is dead man zone. You do not want to go through there. The only time you want to go through there, if there's no lights, and there's no heavies there, that means you can break for it because you've got a big hill here and a hill there to cover you, so you can drive down the centre, go around and hit their artillery, or TDs and stuff, or just spot their general team. Another way, and also another place you can go in light tanks is up the hill over here. The reason why is it depends on where your team goes. So if no one goes up here in a heavy tank, you need to go up here and get behind these particular bushes here. And that means any tanks that come over, you will spot. Most tanks won't have the gun depression to engage you. If you do spot anything, pull back, drop down here into the water, and your team then knows, if they look at their map, that there's enemy tanks up there. Exact same on this side. You want to go through here and go up that general hill and camp in them particular bushes there. Now, you're at a disadvantage because you come up onto the hill, totally exposed, where these generally go up, and then there's instant bushes where you haven't really got that sort of liberty. Right? Simple as that. Also, lights can go through this town area over here, because you can spot the heavies and TDs moving across this general vicinity and mediums. But don't go there. If you're in a passive scout, the likes of this particular area is what you want to go with an active scout, which means you continuously going to be moving. A passive scout position is the likes of this general bushes here and there. So if you spawn on this side, you want to get in them bushes. If you spawn on this side, you want to get there. Passive scout means you got camo net on binos, and you got good camo rating, you got your crew with camo on, and you just want to sit there. Don't shoot because you'll lose all your camo rating. Just sit there and wait for their team to be spotted. When they shoot, they lose their camo rating. That means anything that shoots and you're in view range of, you'll probably spot them. And your TDs down here, heavies, whoever's camping down here will be able to engage them for you. Okay, so that was light. Let's get on to the medium tanks. Okay, so medium tanks. Let's have a look. Now, medium tanks can do a similar role as light. It depends if you're in a fast medium or slow medium. But it depends on where you want to go. If you're in a fast medium, you want to do, if they've got no scouts in your team, to do the exact same position. So you want to go up to that side there, and vice versa on the other side, and do a scout job. So just moving up and down, up and down. Don't expose yourself because this is dead man zone in the middle here. You only want to drive straight across there to spot. If you don't spot anything, you could risk it and push across and go down like a light would do, but I wouldn't advise it because there's probably going to be heavies camping in this general area here. Now another good position for mediums to go is from the cap straight to the hill. There. The reason why is most mediums do have really good gun depression, unless you're Chinese. The Chinese tanks have terrible gun depression, but really good guns. You want to go there. The reason why is they'll probably have a light there, a medium, or they'll also have their heavies there. Now with mediums, they generally give you a good balance of good gun, good armor, good speed. Now some of them have amazing armor, okay gun, crap speed, or vice versa. It totally depends on what medium you're in. So you want to go to that general vicinity over there and support your team. Now when you win this hill, you can snipe down into the enemy base. If there's lights doing an active job there, you can, if they're spotted, you can then engage them from that hill. Now normally the typical view range is from here to about there. That's pretty much where you can shoot from there to there and spot them. But don't forget there is a hill here where the train tracks are, so the probability of hitting them is quite slim. Okay, so that was mediums. Let's get along to the heavies. Okay, so heavy tanks. Now, the good thing about most heavies, they are quite diverse. You can act like a medium, you can act like a heavy. It depends really on what tank you're in. Now, this is totally circumstantial, so it depends on where your guys go to where you go. Now, if you spawn on this side, for instance, the south side, if there's not that much going down there, then heavies can go in this sort of vicinity here. The reason why is in that area, like I said in the previous parts, there's a hill. Most heavy tanks really have really good turret armor and don't really have that much weak spots on the turret, so they can really do a good job there. But the main area heavies want to go, heavies want to go is here, and oops, wrong one, James. Get off, and there. The reason why I say here is because while your lights or mediums are doing their active job there, if a heavy comes across and tries to push through, or a medium, or whatever comes through, you can engage them. You're covered here from artillery because there's a hill in the way. If you go too far back, the artillery will be able to hit you. You've got a nice cover here from the hill, so you won't be able to get spotted or shot from the hill. Now if you spawn on this side, exact same job again. So you want to camp in this general area over here, depending on where your team goes, that is, of course. You want to go to a similar position there, and you want to go up the hill. Now, in this part here, you really want to wait. If you're in the likes of the M103 and T32, which have really good turret armor, then you can afford to poke over and see what's going on. Now, that totally depends on what tanks you're fighting. If you find the likes of an FV215B183, a Jaegeru, 268, someone that can shoot heat and freaking penetrate anything, you don't want to risk it for a chocolate biscuit, because you just come out with a bloody biscuit, quite literally. Unless you're confident and nothing's going to be there. The reason why I say hill, exact same thing with mediums. If no mediums or lights go to that hill, there needs to be something there to encounter enemies, because if their lights go to that hill, run down there. If your artie's camping in the A0, A9 vicinity, you're snookered. That's where you want to go. You want to go in that general area, because again, you can snipe down into this general vicinity over here. But if there is a lot of tanks going to the hill, you can send the odd heavy to the town area. The reason why is there's a lot of cover. Most buildings are destructible, and bear in mind you can now shoot through the likes of stone walls, wooden walls, and basically thin wood. You can't shoot through buildings, unfortunately. You can destroy them by shooting, but you can't shoot through them. You go there, and basically that is where the main combat's going to be. Now, if your entire team lemon trains onto the side, for instance, what you want to do as your tanker, now these tips and tricks are to make you a better tanker. Now, I understand that a lot of teams aren't really good, but if you stand out from the crowd, you never know, someone could be in that game and go, wow, that guy, Paul 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's a really good player, I like him. They might want to speak to you, might make a new friend, or they might just fucking hate you because they're calling you a noob because you're not supporting them. That's it really. That is Prokhorovka tactics and tutorial on where to go. As simple as that. Now this is what I think you should do. Of course, you're entitled to your own opinion, do whatever you want. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe. check out my other Water Tank videos. Also, do us a favour, head over to the fancyclan.com and check out our brand new website. It's really fancy, you'll love it. And we are recruiting currently 18+. All that information is on the website. So guys, thanks for watching. This is Jay signing out, and I will see you next time. Happy tanking, guys, and good night.